video from Haley's Reef. Been a couple of weeks since my last update. I actually added quite a few new fish. A little bit risky approach, but I have to say, happy to say everyone is thriving, doing well, no aggression. I'm feeding lots, my nitrates are only 5, and one of the fish I added was a flame angel, and I just love flame angels. I had one in my last tank, but she ate my acans. But then I thought I'd give it another go, because you know what, they're supposed to be the safest reef fish. So I added her and waited, kept my fingers crossed, and she did really well for a while, and just absolutely fell in love with her. And then today I noticed that this happened. In preparation for her coming into my tank, I did put in a test cheek acan, and today she found it and has not left it alone since. She has been nibbling, and yeah, I think by tomorrow this acan will be a shadow of its former self. But hey ho, these are the highs and lows in reefing. So if I want to keep this fish, I'm probably going to have to put an acan in the tank every couple of weeks. Will she be worth it? Watch this space. Meanwhile, everything else is doing well. The Symphilia coral looked a bit shaky for a while, but a bit of target feeding and it's just thriving. Such a beautiful, beautiful coral. This particular Goniopora has been with me from the beginning. It's just invincible. Seems to like high flow, which is unusual for a Goni. My torches have been a bit of a struggle, my tank being low flow, but they seem to be hanging on. This particular torch here has lost a couple of heads, but I'm hoping that the rest of it will be okay. Now I have a huge soft spot for elegance corals, and this beauty is just going off, but I've decided he's way too big for my tank. I have a smaller one on my sand bed. It's also equally as beautiful. So I'm thinking I will be probably selling the bigger Cataphilia and getting something a bit different. So not sure yet, but we'll just see. And here is my ongoing SPS challenge. The Birds of Paradise SPS at the back seems to be doing really well. The Green Dallas, not quite so much. I think it needs a little bit more flow, but watch this space. Now I absolutely love Recordia corals. They're essentially very easy to keep, but they have that beautiful textured look and bright colours, but they are so expensive. So I managed to get this guy as a frag, and it's growing and growing and growing. So super excited about this Recordia, and yeah, looking forward to seeing it thriving. I got some Green Star polyp frags, put them on frag plugs and put them on the rock. Well, they are not growing particularly on the rock, they're growing nicely on the plugs, and they seem to provide a nice little front lawn for my Midas Blenny, who lives in the little hole above it. It's got its own little personal lawn to look at. And now I have my first Aptasia in probably about 2 years. I had a huge outbreak in my first tank and got 3 peppermint shrimps and didn't see any since. Unfortunately, my peppermint shrimps have died, and I've got this one Aptasia lurking there right now. Need a plan of action for this. I have tried Aptasia X in the past, but have found the only real cure is peppermint shrimp. So I will be looking to add some more for my tank in the next few weeks. It's great to see that my hammers have finally found their spot, and they are just going off. In fact, the one at the back is so big, I may need to replace it with something smaller. So my trachea garden is coming along okay. These tracheas have struggled a little bit. I have actually noticed that the best way to feed them is when you encourage their tentacles to come out and direct feed them. And they are actually improving. I actually think they are doing pretty well. So we'll just keep going, and I've got good hopes for these guys. They are very, very pretty. And also I have these beautiful logos. Again, feeding these guys, you need to have the tentacles out, otherwise if you're going to be direct feeding them, if the feeding tentacles aren't out, you're just polluting your water and the corals aren't getting the food. It's all about making them prepared to eat, and at the moment they're kind of all over the place and don't really know when to eat, but it's a work in progress, but they're doing okay. Now I am super excited about my Zoa gardens. I've got a few happening now. Zoas are growing amazingly in my tank, and I'm just so happy. I've got a whole bunch of different ones. Not got anything particularly fancy. I've got a couple of frags, like this one. You can't really see, but it's quite bright green and yellow, also with some reds. I've got these, I think they're called daisies or something, I don't know, but anyway, I had 3 polyps, and look at them now. And yeah, these Zoa gardens are awesome, but I do need to be on the case to frag them and provide some variety in the garden. And I have, I think, 3 or 4 Duncan colonies in my tank, and they all do really, really well, and they really benefit from being target fed. So yeah, they get target fed, just thriving and beautiful. Meanwhile, I only use my Cheeto reactor and water changes as my main nutrient export. I'm not using any carbon dosing or anything like that. My nitrates are generally about 5. Phosphates are sitting at about 0.3. But the corals seem to be happy. And as far as fish, I'm not going to be adding any more fish now. I think my tank is pretty well stocked, and I will just leave it at that. Everyone's getting on fine. Everyone's got their own little place in my little reef, and they're all little happy little chappies. So please hit the like button if you like this video, and subscribe if you like my channel. And if you have any ideas about this flame angel issue, I don't think I've got the heart to actually tear down the tank to try and catch her. So maybe, will this be the end of my tank as we know it? Who knows? Will I put it at ACAN in once a month to keep her happy? Who knows? Just watch this space. Any suggestions? I'm open to any ideas. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.